Welcome back here on the Roundtable program. We so appreciate you spending some time. A big thank you to Paula for joining us in the first segment. As we said, we wanted to spend a little time here in the second segment talking about the best of issue in the Toledo City paper once again this year. You out there, the readers, you went online. You also took some of those ballots in the paper and filled out your best of list. What you find so promising about the city of Toledo. Mark Jacobs, he is the CFO and publisher for the Toledo City paper. Welcome to you. Sitting next to him, Gus Mancy of Mancy's. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
And Paulette from Paulette's Dance Studio. Welcome to you. Second year you've been on the list.
Yes.
Congratulations. Mark, as we look at this issue, you said this is the biggest issue that you guys have ever done this year, but this best of list, why do you keep doing them?
Well, we've been doing it for about 13 years now, and the reason that we initially started was just to recognize businesses in the community, and it's really grown into something where most of the businesses are small, they're all local, and our readers are able to vote and give them some recognition. And I think that it tells people what's best in our community and what our readers think, and that's something that people are very proud of.
Is it something as well to kind of be a beacon, if you will? I mean, when you look at readership and when you look at putting a message out there, even Mayor Mike Bell, who was on a couple of weeks ago, he said in his 4 years he's running for re-election because he sees real promise in the city of Toledo, and he still finds himself trying to champion the voice of Toledoans to say this is not a bad place to live. Do you find that being something that this paper is trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what our mission is on an ongoing basis is to tell people a secret, tell people something they otherwise might not know. And so we're digging around trying to get that information and put it in a digestible form so that people can pick it up. And we've had a lot of success with that. We're having a Best of Toledo party, which we have every year, and it's been more and more well attended as time goes on. And so that's just something where people are part of a community of readers and a community of the advertisers. I mean, we have a whole group of people
and
together.
a reason to celebrate.
Right.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Gus and Paulette, you said this is the second year you've been on the list, your dance studio here in Toledo. These are write-in votes. These are votes where people, they don't have a selection, A, B, C, or D, so they're going out of their way to say, you are the special in this category. It's got to make you feel pretty good.
It really does. When I found out that I won last year and I learned the ballot process and that they didn't have a choice, that was nice. And I honestly didn't know the contest was going on. And
this
so
time, or last time too, okay.
And so to get the phone call, not knowing the contest had been going on, it was a nice honor.
What does that mean from a business perspective? Getting the mention in here and obviously your name getting out. This is free. This is free advertising, obviously, but it's even more important because it's the people going on their own, mission to put your name on there.
Right. I mean, it's just a testament to all the students that come to the studio that have that positive experience, and just show the local business people that our hard work is paying off. What we're doing day to day, and it's wonderful.
Did you notice an uptick in business in between this year and last year? Getting on the list?
I did, yes.
And you credit that, you think, to getting
Absolutely.
your own work, but obviously a little bit here, word of mouth can't hurt.
Right, that's true.
Gus, you guys have been on the list again and again. When I was talking to Mark and Colette, they were saying, Mancy's again and again. It's a tough competition, the restaurant business. You've said it before to me. It's one of those things that you have to go every day fighting to be the best, and obviously you guys are making an impact and have for years.
Sure. It's a fun, City Paper's always been a fun paper to read.
Yeah.
It's always putting a positive twist on things, and that's what I like best about City Paper, and then really their focus on local businesses. And my brothers, myself, my cousins, we all work 6-7 days a week. We're working hard, and we'd like to all four be on it. I think the last few years, a lot of our restaurants have been tops, and this year we're real proud to have the steakhouse up there.
When you see this, and obviously, family history, what it is as far as Toledo is concerned, and as I was saying to Mark, using this as getting a message out there, your brothers, everybody who has roots, deep-rooted tradition here in the Toledo area, and seeing something like this, putting out a good word, it's important to you, I know that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're part of the community. We want to get involved in the community as much as possible, and City Paper's doing that, and they have competition too, just like we do.
Yeah.
So, we're always trying to put our best foot
Now,
forward.
secretly, you may not tell people in talking with friends and family and that, but secretly, were you sitting there just waiting for the 27th, saying, today's the day that the issue comes out? Are we going to be tops?
Oh gosh, yeah. It's always fun when I see the ballot come out in the previous month.
Yeah.
You always have your fingers crossed, and you want to work hard for sure.
Kind of like Mark, kind of like Sasha Bray and I did, thinking that maybe somebody out there would name us on a list. And doggone it, we were runner-up this year, never having been named before. And this was a new category you guys did, Anchor Duo here in the Toledo area.
That's true. And
what brought that about?
Well, every year we try to freshen up the ballot and come up with some different ideas. And obviously there are many standby categories that we use year after year, but every year we reevaluate, and we might drop a few things or add a few things. And so the Anchor team is very important for all of us.
Yeah. Lee Conklin and Diane Larson winning that category this year. Do we step in when they cannot fulfill their duties? How does that work?
Yeah, we haven't had that issue, but
just like with Rockwell's having to step in when they were runner-up, and so on and so forth.
No, we have been promoting the second place runners-up. I mean, in years past, it wasn't as big of a interest in that, but people are very proud to be winners, be runners-up, be included.
Yeah.
And as Paulette said, to be named by voters and readers in a ballot. So.
And Paulette, why set up a business in Toledo these days? What's the biggest reason for you?
It's my hometown.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about Toledo and the city and what we have to offer in terms of the museum, the zoo. We have really top-notch places for families to go, and also a family studio to go to. So my roots are here, and I love it.
Talk a little bit. I'll give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about the business, and for those who don't know exactly what you offer, it's called a dance studio, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a family studio. It's for dance and fitness, and we have everything from little kids to seniors. We have ballroom dancing. We have live band dances with a big band on Sundays, and that's a fun experience for people to come out to. There is yoga, the aerial fitness, which has become very popular, and of course the very popular pole fitness, and so all the classes together combine to make a nice family fitness studio.
Let me ask you a question. With the dance segment in Silver Linings Playbook, and also, of course, Dancing with the Stars, which you see here on ABC, has that increased the attention that classes that you offer in ballroom, things of that nature, you get more people in?
It really has, and especially for gentlemen to see dancing, and guys that wouldn't see themselves as dancer can see the football players dancing and say, you know what, I can do that.
Yeah.
And the wedding couples that come in, even last night, they were saying the same thing. I can't do this, I can't do this. You get them on the floor and they're doing it.
So that's not just cliche. You still have couples who are getting married who want to look the part when they go out there for that first dance and wow the crowd.
And the wedding parties, it's the big flash mob.
Yeah.
So they want to get out there and do something crazy for their wedding reception. So
yeah.
It's all some are choreographed, some aren't, but it's popular.
And it does happen. That's amazing. Mark, as you look at this list this year, and I mean, you guys have hit so many different categories, what are becoming the strengths of Toledo as a whole, as you see? Obviously, eating has always been one of the strengths. I mean, do you still feel that way as far as the restaurant industry goes?
We have great restaurants throughout the city, throughout our region. Absolutely.
And it continues to be one of those things, and Mark, you touched on it. Not only you're looking at, Toledo has its chains, obviously, but the homegrown, the hometown businesses are really what make Toledo strong.
Well, I think that's true probably in any community, but in a city the size of Toledo or area the size of the Toledo metropolitan area, I think that's very important. And many business owners know each other, and families have been, Gus's family, other families that are winners this year have been in business for many, many years in this community. So I think to continue to support them, we do that because they're local, but we really do it because they're excellent at what they do. So there's many businesses like that, and I think that's the strength.
Yeah.
That they hold themselves to a high standard, and that's why they're continually and consistently supported.
As you look through the list this year, were there upsets? Were there surprises?
There are things that come and go year to year. I think we had, for instance, pizza. This year Geno's was a winner. They've kind of traded. Marco's has won in the past. Vito's, Amy's over the years. I know Paco's won for best hot dog, but they've gone back and forth battling with Rudy's. So those types of things. I know that that the proprietors of those businesses and the patrons of those businesses pay close attention to that. So
well, it's a great thing that you do, and we so appreciate the work that Gus and Paulette, you do as well, and all of those, even if you didn't win this year, holding out hope that there's next year. I know Sasham and I are feeling the same way. Mark, thank you so much for spending some time, and to the rest of you. Stay right there. We will wrap things up for this Sunday here on the Roundtable right after this.